Hello viewers, welcome in this video. In this video we will discuss about project management foundations, basic concepts about project management. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am PMP certified. I have 10 years of experience in mechanical construction field. My expertise are project management, planning, Primavera, MS Excel, PowerPoint. Don't forget to download this presentation from the description. This video will help project management professionals who are preparing for CAPM exam or PMP exam. If you want to refresh your concepts about project management, this video will help you. So let's begin. Project management foundations. In this video we will discuss what is a project, what is temporary nature of a project, what is temporary nature of a team, what is unique nature of a project, like unique product mean. We will also discuss about business value. We will see the difference between project life cycle, project management life cycle, project management application areas, and project management. And in the last, we will also see why organizations start a project. So let's begin with the first concept. What is a project? A project is temporary in nature, creates unique value. What does it mean of a temporary nature? Temporary doesn't mean that a project is a short. Temporary mean that it should have a definite beginning and a definite ending. Projects are not always successful, but still we have to end the project. There are 5 processes in a project. Like, we need to initiate a project, we need to plan a project, we need to execute, monitor and control, and close the project. If project is successful, we will go through all these processes. If project is not successful, we initiate project, we plan, and in the execution stage, we wanted to stop this project, we will close it out. So here, for example, we have achieved our objective, like a project is successful. So we will close the project. We cannot achieve our objectives. Like sometime what happens, funds are not available, market demand has been changed. We no longer need to continue this project, or there are some legal issues. We cannot continue that project. So these are some examples of a project temporary in nature. Now, what is unique product or services mean? We create a new project, like launch a new application, or we initiate a project to achieve some results, and sometime to get services to install whole new equipment. Okay, let me explain this. As sometimes we start a new project, like constructing a home, constructing a skyscraper, constructing a plaza. So this is called a new project. Like, we at the end what we get is something unique. Like, you are making a home, at the end your end result will be a home. So sometimes we also initiate a project for the research and development purpose. Like, we are looking for something new, or we want to improve, we want to add something, or we want to remove something. Like, you have old equipment, you want to remove that, you want to add new equipment, you want to change that equipment. So this is called a unique product. At the end, we should get a unique product. So what is business value? This is very important concept that you need to understand. Why an organization start a project? When we start a project, somewhere in our mind, we have benefits that we want to get by doing that project. Like we are investing our time, we are investing money, resources. At the end, what will we get? Whatever benefits we get, those benefits are called business value. Business value could be different for all the projects. So business values are basically of two types: tangible business value, that are monetary assets, shares, equity; intangible business values, goodwill, brand recognition, trademark, public benefits. Now, what is project management? Project management is application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques that we do to get desired results from a project. There are 49 project management processes as per PM Book Guide 6. 5 project management process groups: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Okay, here let me tell you something. These 5 project management process groups we do in all the projects. We initiate a project, we plan a project, we execute a project, monitor and control, and close a project. 49 project management process. A PM, if you are preparing for a PMP exam, a project manager has to tailor the project management process. Now, what does that mean? If you are doing a project in which there is no requirement for procurement, so you will not plan a procurement, you don't need request for proposal, you don't need to prepare any document, so there is no need for the procurement. So a project manager, this is one of his responsibility, his or her responsibility, to make sure or to tailor project management processes. So typically, first we have to identify requirements. What business value we want to achieve by doing this project. Like when we start a project, our sponsor or whoever is starting a project, could be within the organization or outside the organization. So he give you a scope, like a business value, a document, simply you can say. We will explain this in later videos. If you want to watch, just find it. I have explained in a next video. So in those documents, they have clearly mentioned that why we want to start this project, what is purpose of this project, what business value, what benefits we will get if this project is successful. So this is a part of project management. So project management, communication management, we have to manage communication. Communication is very important in project management. If you are preparing for PMP exam, you have to spend some extra time to understand communication management skills. So we also identify stakeholders as early as possible in the project, and we have to identify risks, manage risks. So these all are part of project management. Like a successful project management is when we do all these things, like we understand about a business value, we do a good communication throughout our project, we do manage risks in well manners throughout our project, and most important thing is we have to keep our project if we are following this set of activities, so we have to keep our project within given constraints. Like when we start a project, we know a timeline. This could be 3 months, this could be 1 year, this could be 2 years, depending on the project length. We know about a budget that could be $1,000 or $1 million or more than that, depending on the project nature. So we have to keep our project within schedule, within budget, and we have to use assigned resources to achieve the scope that we have discussed with quality. So this is project management. If a successful project management practice is adopted, so you have to maintain or manage or keep the project within those constraints. Now let me tell you something about a scope, very important. Scope mean we do minimum required work to achieve our scope. We don't do extra work. We don't do gold plating. We don't let project go for a scope creep. We do minimum required work. Minimum required work, very important. We do minimum required work to achieve that scope with quality. So project management application areas. Application areas mean in what industries we use project management. We use project management in construction industry. We build a home, we construct something that could be civil related, mechanical related, or a construction project. We use project management in IT industry, healthcare organizations, government organizations. Now, this is very important. If you are beginner to project management, you need to understand difference between project life cycle and project management life cycle. Well, first of all, I will talk about project management life cycle. What is project management life cycle? IPECC: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, closing. We follow this cycle when managing a project, no matter the type of project. Like in all the projects, from whichever industry that projects belong, from construction, from IT, from healthcare, aerospace, from any industry, we have to follow these 5 processes for a successful project management. We start a project, we initiate, we begin the project with some purpose in our mind to achieve some business value. We plan it within our given constraints, within our given timeline, within our given cost and scope. We execute the project, monitor and control, and close the project. If we achieve our objective, we will close the project. If we have to end it before that, still we have to close the project. Now what about project life cycles? Phases of project unique to each project, different in each industry. For example, in construction industry, we have a pre-built phase, surveys, foundations, MEP, civil works. So phases of the projects are different for each project. This is where a project manager has to tailor the process. Depending on the nature of the project, he can tailor project life cycle. If project belongs to IT industry, there are different steps they do. In construction, different steps they do. in aerospace or in government organizations. So this project life cycle is unique to each project. Project management life cycle, we have to follow that if we are practicing a successful project management. Now, why projects are initiated? Why do we need a project? There could be many reasons. I will explain 4 of those. First of all, stakeholders' request. Like for example, a project sponsor want to build a home and there is a construction company, EPC company, they do project for profit. So they both make a deal. There is an agreement between both of those, like a project sponsor, if he's outside the organization, so they do an agreement and that company do a project for profit. So this is just an example of we initiate a project on stakeholder request. There could be other examples and other reasons you can think of, and do let me know if you have any example in your mind in the comment section. Technological advancement, like in IT industries, there is one technology and we have to go to the next level. So like for example 4G to 5G, you can simply say. So we need to start a project because now we have to change this new technology in the whole devices or in all equipments. So we can start a project for technological advancement. Regulatory requirements. What happens? Sometime there is a law that has been changed and you need to follow that law. There is a new tax that all organizations working under those regulatory authority, they have to implement that law. So for that, a project could be started. Like you need to find the requirements, what are the requirements, what resources you need, how this will go. So such kind of things. So why we do projects? To adhere to law, implement new HSE requirement, for example, to avoid fines. Transformation mean this is just for the improvement of our existing system. For example, we have a manufacturing unit and there is a new advanced setup, computerized setup. You want to change that setup, so to improve your production rate. So we need to start that project, that we will consider as a project. So there could be other reasons why projects are initiated. If you know, do let me know in comments. If you have any question from this video, you can ask me in the comments. Do let me know what you feel about this video. Is this helpful for you or not? So don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. I will leave this presentation in the description below. You can download from there. This could be helpful for your reference. If you are a student preparing for any exam, these concepts will definitely help you. Do let me know in comment box. Is this video helpful for you or not? Thank you very much for watching.